Hey everybody, this is the Guarcos Wednesday morning at Vail, playing hard with Jeremy Newsom. You guys got to be here. Stand by. Here comes the Wednesday stock review.
Woo!
Love you.
You guys rock! Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy Jeremy Alexander Newsom with reallifetrading.com. It is Wednesday spelled with an I. That's what's up. Wednesday. Yes, feeling good about it. Going to talk about the trades that we took today in the morning room and just chat it up. Realistically, at this point, a little bit of a high wave candle today on the SPY. And check out this support that it pulled back into on the, you can see it on the hourly or 15-minute chart, but check that out. Boom, boom, bam. So just pulled it right into a support and we bounced. Really weird that the dip would get bought. That's so strange. So again, there's still about 12 minutes until market close. But right now, yeah, SPY pulled back down to the 10 and kind of getting a little bit of a bounce. Dow Jones, for the most part, a little bit of a bearish candle. This trend line was drawn yesterday, and again, I'm not perma-bearish by any stretch of the imagination. This could act as a resistance, and we could trade down lower. And any low move that we get, I think, will be a buying opportunity at some particular point in time. Here's the Qs, and the Qs, man, we are moving. My analysis yesterday was if we close below the low of today's low, we could pull back more, and it does not look like that's going to happen. So in fact, the lows of these two candles are almost identical. Strong support, good volume on the Qs. Looks like we're just going to slowly keep grinding higher, mostly thanks to Amazon. My good buddy, shout outs to Aubrey Tianello up there in the New York City area. He's excited about this Amazon move, as well as Josh Berry, who purchased some Amazon recently, and Robert Falco and a few other traders who are in some Amazon. Adrian's in Amazon, Adrian Lee. A few real life traders are making some good gainages right now with this gorgeous breakout and just pretty move. So realistically at this point, Amazon up 1.8%. Big question, of course, is when does it pull back into 2000? I don't know that answer, but at this point, I mean, look at the volume, look at the trend, look at the moving averages. It's unquestionably bullish, so buy whatever dip makes the most sense to you. Here's Google. Google yesterday, morning star reversal pattern, and you had a new white soldier. Just to top it off, that was a beautiful little trade, gorgeous little candle, nice looking trend, and Google is putting in some work. Here's the weekly chart, and again, the weekly chart on Google is just on fire. My next big target on Google, which might get hit this year, is 1453.21. We'll see. There's a lot of 2019 left. I mean, obviously, if it trades up into the 1256 area, it might pause there for a little bit. But right now, things are looking pretty good overall. I did get stopped out of Electronic Arts. This was a bullish swing trade and pretty much got stopped out right after an R loss today. Tried it. The market was and is and has gone higher, and EA just didn't. We got pennies away from getting stopped out on the 18th of March, and it just never bounced. So it did lose on EA, right at pretty much 0.93 Rs. But this was a trade on TME. This is the one that we were looking at yesterday in the afternoon swing trading room, and I was planning on buying a fade on 10-cent music, even though the retest actually would have worked as well. You could have played this one either way, bullish or bearish. Both of them made sense. Both of them worked. And looks like 10-cent music is going to go a little bit lower. But here's how we played it. And let me pop over here to the Slack channel that the real life traders are hanging out on. And this was the setup, 7:42 a.m. Mountain Time. And this was it. So on a 3-minute chart, you had this little small bearish candle started to form. This was after 3 bullish candles in a row. 1710 by 1664. Looking in hindsight, I really probably could have had my stop a little bit tighter. But if I zoom into a 3-minute chart, you'll see it. So here's the 3-minute. And yeah, so I mean, what we had is you had that morning star reversal, some bullish candles, some good volume coming in, traded up, rotated down, nice little pop, and then just pulled right into the 10 EMA on the 3-minute. Now, a lot of you might ask, why did I exit on this one? Why did I, or how did I know to take an R off the table? And I didn't. the thing is, I had just lost an R on EA, so my thought was, okay, well, if I can get that R back and be flat on the day, then why not? That seems like an obvious thing to do. So that's pretty much what happened. Now, the other reason was because not only were us and a few other traders in on 10 Cent Music, ticker symbol TME, but I was also in FedEx bullish right here. So this was the FedEx bullish trade. So I got into this one a little bit high, a little bit higher than I wanted to, 172.08. I mean, looking at that chart, it looks great, but I could have honestly lowered the entry some and gotten in a little bit lower. But I was in both of these bullish. So since I was in 2 trades bullish, both bullish fades with black candles gapping down, and I had just lost an R on EA, pretty much right at market open, I was thinking, okay, let me lock in for sure a guaranteed gain on 10 Cent Music, since it was, you know, a guaranteed gain, and then let's just see what FedEx does. And here was FedEx. Here was a 3-minute chart, and when I was talking about getting in earlier, so this is the 3-minute time frame, and what I should have done is once this Morningstar reversal pattern came in, I should have put the entry right about here, 170.95, and put my stop here at 168.95. That would have been a $1 risk, and that would have been a really, really good trade. Should have done that. Didn't do that. But still ended up being a profitable trade. I mean, everyone who took FedEx bullish, no one lost on it. And, you know, if you turn the extended hours on, it just was a very, very classic, clean, easy bullish trade based on some of these pre-market moving averages. Just a really good little move. So it ended up getting out at 173.20 for almost 0.5 R gain. And that was pretty much it on FedEx, just a small little win. And then the only other trade that we took, we were watching SCS all afternoon. So you're going to like this. Let me keep scrolling down. So this is what I was mentioning. I was getting out on FedEx at my target right there at 9:05 Mountain Time. So I'm going to keep scrolling down for a little bit. So here it was. So starting at 10:29 Mountain Time, I started looking at playing SCS. So I looked at there, and then I updated it again, and then I updated it again, and then I updated it again, and then this was the last try at 11:18, and that was the right one. So SCS, this thing was just massively down. I mean, we're talking down 13% on a dividend-paying stock, and it was coming into the weekly long-term moving averages, which is the 100 and 200 simple moving average on a weekly chart. So that kind of went with my, okay, well, you're bouncing off of a long-term support, down massive, dividend-paying stock. Someone's probably going to be buying this one. So yes, I did try to catch this falling knife, and by try, we caught it, and we made money on it. So Steelcase, once this candle came in right here at 12:10, really, well, let me rephrase. The time I really started watching it was when this tweezer bottom came in. So 15:01 by 15:01. Once that happened and 15:01 held the entire time, 20 minutes in a row, that's when I got interested in going bullish. So when it broke above, here's a 3-minute chart. Here's what I did. Once it, I think I actually did it on a 2-minute. So once it broke above and this candle formed right here at 12:16 Central, we put the entry at 15:22 with the stop at 14:86. And again, could have had a little bit of a tighter stop. This one I was kind of sad on because I actually, we had a target of 1574. So the high of this candle was 1572. So we had a target at 1574, missed it by 2 pennies, and then just ended up getting out around here for about 0.6 R gain. So that was a nice little trade on SCS, and this is one that a few people made a little bit of a gain on, so that's nice. Keep scrolling down here. So Tim's getting 0.6 Rs on it. Clive got 0.91 Rs on it. So really good stuff. And anyway, shout outs to Michael Davidoff for making a 1R gain on the SPY today. So good job, Michael. Anyway, yeah, nice little day out there. And as far as swing trades go, we have a few of them. There's all kinds of different positions. So have a bullish position on Cree, hoping that continues higher. ACB, a lot of people still in bullish on ACB, hoping that can continue higher as well. Haynes Brand in bearish, hoping that continues to drop. Ollie's Bargain Outlet in bearish, hoping that drops at some particular point in time. And we had one on AAOI that we're going to end up canceling today that just never broke out of that pennant pattern bullish. So going to be able to free up a little bit of an R there on applied optoelectronics. But yeah, overall, I mean, March has been fun. Exciting little month right now, up 13.1 Rs for March. Let's go dive into some of the stocks that were requested. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, shout outs again. Real life traders, do it one more time. Enriching some classrooms. That one is filled up, and we have helped reach the goal for this particular class. So congratulations and thank you so much for all the hardworking teachers and students and class organizers. Just thank you overall. Really means the world to us. This is the newest one that we're going to totally fill up in the next probably 10 minutes. $82 left. Rockin' Runners. They need some, so if we scroll down here, need a few things to make this happen so that we can cheer on these classrooms, grades 3 through 5. So, yep, 82 bucks left. That'll be easy, no problem at all. We will fill up another meter for Donors Choose in the month of March. Also, congratulations to all of the children who are at Class 1 for the RLT Kids webinar. Class 2 is tonight, Class 3 is tomorrow, but that is on the RLT website if you want it. It's also on our YouTube channel. Good stuff all around. Just love everything about real life trading. And again, thank you all for being a part of the immaculate opportunity that we have to enrich lives. Solar Winds. Look at this. SWI. Look at this trend. This is solid. So you posted a nice double bottom down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Pretty clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at this point, I would let it A, B, C trade down into about 17.12, and that's where I would look to buy the dip on Solar Winds. Next on the list is Shopify. So my buddy Nick Cannon wanted to look at Shopify to see where this one can pull back a little bit more into. And I love the trend on this one. It's a gorgeous trend. I need to find another target because this one did hit a really, really massive target. And that's a gorgeous, gorgeous breakout. I love Shopify long term. Love the company, love the product. This thing is growing at 30% annually every year. So it's just some strong, strong numbers. Where can this thing pull back to? Here's what I'm thinking. This would be great. You have an inside candle today on the 10. A little bit of a bearish engulfing candle yesterday. This is a retest gap right here. I would love to see if Shopify could pull back to about 190. That would make a lot of sense. I'm not saying it will, just saying if it does, I think that would be a good, healthy spot to buy the dip. Next on the list, had a request for Ethereum. Yes, ETHUSD. And Ethereum, the big news on this one is it did close above the 100 simple on the daily, and you are above the moving averages. Although the moving averages for Litecoin and Bitcoin on the daily chart are a little bit stronger than Ethereum right now. Here's the weekly, and Ethereum did trade right into the 20 EMA on a weekly and got punched in the kneecap. So at this point, higher lows, lower highs, it's consolidating. And if you are a speculative, longer term, buy low, sell high position trader on Ethereum, this is a spot to start really considering picking some positions, especially if we close like this today with this little bearish candle. If we can break above the high of this candle, which is 138.41, if we break into like 138.75, I think Ethereum can move. Overall, based on the weekly chart, again, it's going to have a little bit of a battle, but once and if, I think more if, it can break through, we'll probably have one nice little big pop in the future, something like this. Then we'll get a little bit of a trade back down, and then we'll start some more accumulation, and then eventually we'll start regaining some ground for the bulls. That's just my thoughts on Ethereum. Next on the list, we got 3 left. Well, actually 2 left because I already looked at the other 2. Solo, S-O-L-O, one to keep an eye on. Good volume came in. This is an electric car manufacturer, I believe, in Canada. And you got a really good gap, a good pullback, nice little retest gap today. A decent upper shadow, decent lower shadow, good volume. So here's the 15-minute chart. And 15-minute chart, that is the close of market. So at this point, pre-market, you had a decent little tweezer top right here at 431. So if you're looking at going long, I mean, there's a few ways to play this one, but as it starts breaking above 434, 435, and or, taking out the high of today, I think this one could continue. Most likely, since this is a retest gap, you'll have a little bit of an inside gate candle tomorrow. But if you keep your eyes on this one, it really could pop out nicely. That is exactly what I said about ZYNE yesterday, even though I did totally miss this one. Based on that volume spike that occurred yesterday, thought to myself, well, looks really good for a little bit of a continuation higher. That would have been an amazing day trade. I did talk about it yesterday afternoon in the Tech Giant Tuesday, but look at this cute little high wave bullish candle. Entry on a day trade would have been 575. Stop would probably been about 550, and that would have been a killer trade. And even then, I mean, it retested the 10 very perfectly. Nice little bounce. All is good. Speaking of retesting the 10, look at Solo. So SOLO, it was a retest gap, and check it out. Boom, retest, morning star reversal off the 10. What else do you want? Get in long, rock it out. Again, didn't take that trade, but can't be in everything. Ladies and gentlemen, my goal is just to help educate and teach people from all around the world how this stuff works so that you can crush it on your own. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you hopefully in class 2 for the kids webinar tonight. Next week begins the Real Life Trading algorithmic program where we teach people how to build their own trading robots. Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. All right, folks, I'll see you later. And until next time, love life, live life, trade it. Bye.